Lydia Tate, Education Support Officer here in Aberdeen City, and I have the pleasure of talking with Amanda Murray, who's head teacher of Bramble Brae School here in the city and has been for 6 years come January. Amanda has very generously offered to spend some time talking to us about her thoughts around health and well-being, so I'm sure it'll be of great interest, and I'm going to kick things off by saying welcome, Amanda, and thank you very much for joining me today. So, first question, Amanda. What do you do to maintain your health and well-being?
Hi, Lydia. With regards to my own health and well-being, I have found that the best thing that I can do is to keep active and exercise daily. That definitely helps. Sorry, Lydia, I've just realised the bell is ringing.
It's not a problem. You are working within a busy school and that's bound to happen. Right, and I'm with you on the exercise. So you do daily exercise. Carry on, Amanda.
Yep. Yeah, I like to get outside, outdoors as much as possible, into the hills, do some hiking, but also just some classes, exercise, try to do some mindful practice, so some yoga, enjoy Pilates. So anything that's active and kind of allows you to switch off a little bit from the daily work is definitely has been my answer, particularly during lockdown. I found that was what kept me going.
Great. And obviously, you know, you're very conscious of the benefits of that. What would you say is the main benefit, perhaps?
I think it's that ability to have time to switch off. I think it's important to have that time for yourself and not to be thinking about anything else. And by doing that, I think it allows you to be a little bit more focused when you need to. So just by taking an hour out of your day, you can then go back and maybe be a little bit more focused on the things that you need to. And just, I think when you get fresh air and exercise, it just livens you up a little bit and stops you feeling weary.
Great. I'm with you all the way there. I second that. Okay, so thank you. That's something you're very much involved with and keeping going for your personal health and well-being. Can I ask then, being a head teacher of a school, what are you currently doing within school to support staff and pupil health and well-being?
I would say at Bramble Brae, health and well-being of both staff and pupils has always been quite high on our agenda, and over the past almost 6 years, we've worked really hard to create that nurturing approach within our school, which has been important not just for our pupils but also for our staff. So we have quite a focus on mindfulness across the school. So all staff, PSAs, EYPs and teaching staff have been trained in mindfulness techniques and practice, and that's ongoing. So that certainly is not only about supporting the children, but also about supporting the staff. And again, that was something that really came to the fore during lockdown, when staff were commenting that they were actually using this practice and it was helping them get through the sort of tough, challenging times. Obviously, that's then being used with the children and is a key part of the work that we do in school. So we have daily mindfulness practice across the school. We also, I think being outdoors with the children is really good for their health and well-being. They might disagree when it's a bit chilly, but I think it's a real positive. With regards to the staff, I think, you know, the general checking in with staff is hugely important. A little bit trickier in current times, just because we're seeing less of people, but it almost has made me more focused on trying to make sure that I check in with everybody, whether it's in the school building or whether it's a text or a wee message or something, just to check that they're okay. They all know that they can have one-to-one sessions with me at any time if they feel they need it. So I guess it's just being aware of what people have going on in their lives as well. I think that's heightened at the moment with the current COVID situation. So checking in with people, making sure that you're aware of what's going on, and encouraging them to get out of the building as well and take some time for themselves has been key to me supporting health and well-being in the school.
Okay, I have no doubt that your staff and pupils feel very well supported in school, and the ethos of the school is very evident when you visit. So thanks for that. And maybe just as a last question then, what would be your key hints and tips then to support personal health and well-being? And you know, the phrase "in these challenging times" is used frequently, but it is a particularly unusual time in all of our lives, and it's maybe a time for us to think, well, what can we actually do for ourselves? Would you have a particular go-to, Amanda, for that?
I think I wouldn't say a particular go-to. I would say that it's about stepping back a little bit and taking time to do something every day that's for you. And I think for me, I've spoken about that being exercise, but for somebody else, it might be seeing their grandchildren if they're able to, if they're in a bubble, or it might be, playing with their dog, knitting, crocheting, whatever it is that they choose to do. But I think it's about encouraging everybody to just do something every day that's for them. Cooking and baking would be my other go-to. So yeah, I think it's just about finding time for you, and also having a trusted person, I think, that you can talk to. You need your family. I think family is very, very important during this time, and friends, particularly when we're not seeing them as much. But I think it's important to have a trusted person that maybe when things are maybe against you a little bit, that you've got somebody that you can actually just say, do you know what, today I'm struggling a little bit today, or I need a bit of help with this. So yeah, I think a combination of both of those things would be my top tips.
Right, well, there's a huge amount of what you're saying that's resonating with me, Amanda, and I have no doubt that it'll be resonating with those listening in too. Can I just say a huge heartfelt thank you, because I know how incredibly busy your head teacher life is at the moment, and I really appreciate you taking time out to share your thoughts. I hope for everybody listening out there that it's been a little pick up, and to let you know that you're not alone and we're all experiencing these ups and downs. It has truly been a roller coaster of some months now, but let's all just look out for ourselves, our friends, colleagues, and of course, most importantly, our pupils. Amanda, thank you once again. I'm really grateful.
Thank you, Lydia.